last year before I started taking mindfulness, I was known like for crying in class.
I was dealing with an eating disorder.
I would go and punch my door whenever like I'm feeling like angry.
I do have PTSD. There are certain things, especially in school, that are like pretty triggering.
When I used to get like anxious and stressed like every single day, I would like think there's nothing I can do about it.
I was dealing with a lot. I was taking care of my mom. She was struggling with addiction. I remember sometimes I would like stay up for like hours, like when I was supposed to go to bed obviously for school. I would just stay up all night thinking about my mom, or like where she could be, or what could have happened, or the possibilities. It would make me not want to go to school the next day. But mindfulness in the morning, like I would always go to school, go to mindfulness, and then after that I would just feel so much better. This specific class has helped me in more ways than any class ever could have.
When I go see my father, my anxiety goes on 10 because, my father, he's incarcerated, and my father hasn't been outside of the gates for 11 years now. He gets out this year, so every time, that situation comes up, or when I go see him, my heart starts to race. It starts to race, and when it comes to him, I'm a big crybaby. My dad feels sad, and then my dad will call me right after the visit and be like, I seen you crying, I feel so bad, I'm sorry. Like, I just went to go see my dad, I want to say 2 months ago, and I had to be like, okay, before I left, let me breathe, because I already felt the tears, so I'm just like breathing, I'm just like, okay, and I didn't cry, surprisingly, I didn't cry, but when I left the penitentiary, I was crying in the car. When you feel like your life is going too fast, it gives you time to think, to like just slow it down.
Before I entered my mindfulness class, I was dealing with an eating disorder. I was bulimic for a couple months, and I feel like mindfulness class helped me with that because we were learning about mindful eating. Before going to that class, I never knew that we were going to learn about that. I felt relieved because I knew that I could help myself. That really helped me.
The biggest surprise for me in this class would be the tools that I've learned. Like before mindfulness, I would just like take it out on others, sometimes like get like angry or punch my door. Like I have like this really thick wooden door, and I would punch it, and sometimes I would get like, just scratches or cuts on my hand like after punching a lot, and then my arms would ache after that, and I would regret doing it, but then I'd return to it because I didn't have mindfulness. Like if I get angry, now I would identify what has made me angry, and I've tried to like just alleviate that through a different method, such as I think like just meditation at this point. Yeah.
Somebody had passed away in my family, and it's like, I don't know, like it made me different. When the person that died, it made me sad, and it made me not want to go to school. It made me want to just do other things that's not productive. That's not like really good, but like when I went to mindfulness, and like it made me want to like get back on track and stuff and focus and do the right things. Going to mindfulness and meditating and talking to people about problems and stuff, it can help you. It can change you.
A lot of times I'll be doing something and I'll get sort of impatient, and then I'll just be like, we're in the present moment now. Like this isn't a race, there's nothing to be worried about really, and a lot of times I'll overlook like what's happening in my body or what's happening in my mind, and I don't know, just to come back to like center and come back to the present moment. I've been doing that a lot more now because it helps me in like my relationships, like with my parents and stuff. If I ever get frustrated, I can just see things from a broader perspective and come back to center. You get really wrapped up in your emotions. You feel like you are anger, you are sadness, and that's all you can see sometimes. But like, if you really think about it, you're a lot more than that, and accepting that the feeling is there, but really knowing that you are not the feeling, and just being able to be, and you don't have to change yourself for anyone. You don't have to try to do anything. You can just be.
My mindfulness class is one of the greatest communities I found at my school.
It's not for a specific group of people, it's for everybody.
Sit there have a mindful minute, just breathe it out.
I take it back to the breathing that we do in mindfulness, and it's just like, okay, my anxiety, gotta calm it down.
I just think the class is like really important for people's like mental health and to take care of themselves.
I didn't know if I was going to graduate and stuff because like my attendance was like bad and stuff. When I went to mindfulness and stuff, like I'm telling you, like that's like what gave me energies like to go to my other classes and stuff. Meditation is like, it's good.
It's not just a class, it's like, it's mindfulness, you know? It's just being in the present moment. It's just being here. It's more than just a class, you know? And I think it's amazing.